Hi YouTube, this is Latanya coming from Happy Scrapping 45 with the project share. Well, I have just completed my Little Girls Onesie mini album for my daughter. It's for baby shower, but it's a late gift because at the time I didn't know she was going to attend this baby shower. So the girl has already had her baby. Wait a minute, I think I got it backwards. Yeah, I do. Okay, yeah, that's the front side. Yeah, she already had the little girl, and her little girl name is Naomi. Yeah, Naomi. And so this is a onesie, a little girl's onesie that I made out of the same paper pack, and I'm through with this paper pack now. I done killed this paper pack. And it's the Nanny Nursery. So I'm going to have to look for me some more baby girl paper. Because, I mean, this is through. I just got a couple of 12 by 12 sheets in here. So that is finished. And this is my onesie. I altered the paper bag that I always buy from the dollar store here. And what I did, it's just a white paper bag, and I used some of the paper from the paper pack, and it's and I used my punch. I don't even see it. Oh, here it is. I used my Paper Studio punch here to punch out the banners, and I used some some letters from my stash that spells out baby. I used my stamp that says girl, and that's a onesie that I cut out of with my Cricut, and that's some lace from my stash. And that's the Martha Stewart punch, this one here. I use that punch there. And these embellishments here, I got those from the Dollar Tree. And like I said, it's just a paper bag, and I put some tissue paper in there. Pink and lime green and white, pretty much the color that I used throughout this book. This onesie. So, I'm going to take you guys to the book. And this is it. That's how it look. I use my punch again to punch out the banner that spells her name, Naomi. I use my Sizzix die squirrel to cut out the little squirrels up there that you see. And I put some rhinestones around it. And that's lace. And I use a lot of my buttons throughout this book. I just love buttons and lace. And I use my little scraps of my ribbon that I have in my little box when I cut out, the scraps, and I have those little pieces left over. So I use those to hide the rings, just to hide the rings. So I'm going to lay it down. It's 6 pages. This is the first page here. And like I said, I got the buttons and the lace. And then I use my squirrel embossed die here. And I cut this, I use my Sizzix die to cut out the shape so she could put a picture there. That's the next page. And it says, it's a girl. I got some tags here that she could journal. Then I got a stamp here where it said new arrival, the name, date, and time. I fussy cut the little girl stamp, the dress, and it's a girl. And I've got some buttons right there. That's that page. This is the next page. And it got the onesie. And I use this right here It's one of those. It's the envelopes that I bought. The little 3x3 note cards that I bought for Michael. And I just adhered them together and made her a little book. And I used the paper stack again. And she could put little pictures in here. Just made them use the little book. You know how we do it. I'm doing this with one hand. I'm using my iPad. So that's a little book. And she could put some little pictures there. And then another tag. And I use my embossed squirrel die here. Folded here. Some lace. And I use my Martha Stewart punch. And some buttons right there. So that's that page. Oh, I just showed you that. I'm sorry. That's this page here. And I just love this paper pack. The Nanny's Nursery. This got the strawberry. And I got some tags here where she could put pictures and journal on it. She's not a scrapbooker, so I didn't want to just do a whole lot. So I try to keep it simple as possible. And this is some ribbon here. Some trim that I got, lace that I got from my stash. And the Martha Stewart punch right there. And some buttons and some trim here. And that's that one. Same little setup. The strawberries. And then some tags and the buttons. And this one right here says, Our Family. And I got the tags. She could take these out and she could put a picture there. And the lace with the buttons. And then I'm sorry, y'all, for doing all this flipping. And this one right here says, My Heart Belongs to Daddy. And she could put a picture there. She could slide the picture behind here. And this is some lace that I dyed in pink. And you know the buttons here. And then this page here. I fussy cut the butterflies for my stamp. I used some stickles there. I pop dot the buttons and used stickles on that. Also used my Martha Stewart punch. I used some stickers from my stash with the footprint and the handprint. And those butterflies I stamped and I fussy cut those. And then it's a little clothespin back here. Banner. And I fussy cut that out and used stickles on that also. So that's that page. And this one right here says, My Heart Belongs to Mom. She could put a picture behind that. And I colored the lace in pink. And I used the buttons. And I used my pink Distress ink from Tim Holtz for the edges. And I think yeah, this is this page with the little dolls, the dresses on there. I fussy cut and stamped out that one right there in pink. I used some bling for my stash. And there at the bottom. And then this is the last page. I got Cute as a Button. I fussy cut that out. Used some stickles. This is one of those tags that I got at $1.50 being in Michael's. This is another tag that I made that I fussy cut and stamped out the ABC block and used stickles. I pop dotted those buttons. I like these pop dots. You know, these are the ones that you get at Michael's at the dollar bin. those Studio G. I mean, I really like the way they pop up. So I use the pop dots, and I use some of that rose trim, and I got some buttons down here. And like I said, this is my little girl's onesie for my daughter. And that's the whole little setup. And I used the paper pack. It's gone now. I'm finished with that one. What they say, I killed that paper pack. It was so much fun making this. So that's my project share, you guys. And now my desk is halfway clean. But guess what? It's fit to get back messy, because I'm about to do another mini album. Yes, and I just love doing mini albums. Really, I do. And I love doing these altar bags. So that's my project share, you guys. And thank you so much for stopping by. Good night.